What's up? I just got to Waldameer. It's about 5 o'clock. It was free to park. I actually got to park pretty close to the front. I'm about to head in. I just got in the gate. Here they do a point system. You can also get a wristband. Today I just did points because I feel like if I got the wristband, I would end up staying longer than I kind of need to today. So I got the wallet card, which it says it's rechargeable, and basically you pay them money and they put points on the card, and so the money turns into points, which I'm sure, you know, works okay if you live near here. I'm definitely gonna just hold on to my wallet card, and I guess my plan is every time I come back here I'll just use what's on it or put more money on it, rather than doing a wristband, because I feel like I'm the kind of person that I probably wouldn't ever stay at this park long enough to need the wristband, just because I'm probably just going to do a few rides and leave. That being said, they do have that option. They got a bunch of picnic areas. They got a little water park over there with a wave pool and some slides. Yeah, I'm going to get a little bit further into the park. Right, we got a little train ride. We got a Music Express. We got a scrambler kind of ride. Carousel. We got a midway. It looks like a shooting gallery. I think it's just one where you shoot the targets. I don't think it's one with the pellets like Noble's house. Let's see. We got the sky ride. You can see back there the distance of the disco. I'm gonna go towards this wooden coaster over here, the smaller of the two wooden coasters. At the moment, the name of the coaster escapes me. I'll definitely get the name to you once I get over there. Looks like a pretty big arcade area here. Some midway games. And the Comet, that's what it's called. I thought it might be the Comet. So I'm gonna ride the Comet. I just got off the Comet, which is this little wooden coaster right here. I don't know a whole lot about this coaster. I'm not really sure who made it or who designed it. It's not super tall. I mean, that's the lift right there. That's the highest point on the ride. But it's fun. I mean, it's got a little bit of airtime. Unfortunately, I didn't really get to choose my seat because they have the kind of free-for-all, open the gate and get in a seat kind of seating situation. So I ended up sitting in the second car. I'm sure if you sat in the front row or the back row, it's probably better. But yeah, it's definitely not bad. It's, you know, actually pretty smooth. It's got a lot of little airtime hills that give you, you know, mild airtime, at least where I was sitting. So it's probably better, like I said, in the front and the back. But yeah, it was fun. We got some more midway games, some whack-a-mole, potato patch, this frog guy right there. Looks like a eating area right here. I guess you get your food at the stalls and you can eat here. This is my first time here, my first time at Waldameer. I came to ride this guy over here, which is Ravine Flyer 2. I'm not really sure what happened to Ravine Flyer 1. There is no Ravine Flyer 1, but there is a Ravine Flyer 2. And there is actually a Ravine Flyer 3, which is a little kiddie coaster that I'm probably going to skip. But yeah, you know, it's a nice little park. They got a lot of stuff for like the size of the park. The water park looks pretty big, actually. They got a wave pool. They got a couple of different slide complexes. Looks like they got some body slides and some tube slides, which is good. This part of the water park right here. Looks like maybe a little kiddie area. There's a Ferris wheel. And the Ravine Flyer 3, which is the kiddie coaster, which I'm going to skip for today. Maybe I'll do it some other time. I don't know what the rules are, if you have to have a kid with you or not. They got the Happy Swing, which is like a little kiddie kind of swing ride. I don't know who makes it. But yeah, Ferris wheel looks pretty good. And we got a swinging ship ride called Sea Dragon. We got this is one side of the sky ride. I think it goes up and over all the way to the other side. Got Ravine Flyer too, which I'll do in just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and walk around a little bit more because I know there's one more coaster here. I'm not really sure where it is, so I'm gonna go find it. And if it's quick, I'll do it. If it's not, I'm gonna skip it because I don't have a whole lot of time here today. The Comet only took me like maybe 5 or 10 minutes to get on. I imagine Ravine Flyer 2 will be a little bit longer to get on, but hopefully not too much longer. I mean, it is a point system, and I think that this is probably a park where they probably get a lot more business at the water park. I'm not really entirely sure, but judging by the size of their water park, I would say that may be the case. There's the instance of Ravine Flyer 2, which I'll come back to in a little bit. We got the, it's one of the hybrid gravity groups where the track is wood and the structures is actually steel, but it's kind of structured in the same way that, you know, like the wood structures would be. We got one of these spider rides. We got a hammer game. Got a wipeout ride. What else do we have? Got the Wacky Shack, which looks to be like a dark ride, funhouse kind of thing. It's actually got a little drop there. Looks pretty cool. The building looks cool. I like how the eyes in the windows of the house move around. It's kind of cool. Let's see. We got the Pirates Cove, which I think is probably, yeah, I guess it's this log flume ride back here, or shoot the chutes log flume kind of thing. I got a tilt-a-whirl that's actually just called tilt-a-whirl. And okay, so here we go. Thunder River. I guess that one's the log ride. Maybe the Pirates Cove is not the log ride. I'm not really sure what it is then. We got Thunder River, which I guess is actually the log ride. And back here we got the Steel Dragon, which is a spinning coaster. I think it's the modern Zouna model with the outside, where you face outside. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's one of the clones that you see a lot of places. Like I think Laugh Track at Hershey Park is actually a clone that's just inside. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this one because it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of people online, and then I'm gonna go back and do Ravine Flyer. Just got off the Steel Dragon. That's what they call theirs. It's a Zouna spinning coaster. I like these models better than some of the other spinning coaster models because the seats actually face outward, which I think is a little bit better ride because you can see regardless of which seat you're sitting in. I sat backwards to where I went up the lift backwards, which is pretty cool because you start the ride, you don't spin a whole lot until you get up to the top of that turn right by where the brakes are. I also like these models because like they actually have like a pretty big drop on them, and they do a lot more stuff than like the Zamperla ones, which are essentially just wild mouse that spin. And I even like them a little bit better than the Gerstlauer ones. The Gerstlauer ones are still pretty good. Mac also makes a model, which there's one on Long Island, which I still haven't gotten to yet, but I'm definitely going to get to it soon because it looks pretty good. Where the seating is kind of the same, you face outward. This is X3 in their drop tower ride. Actually looks pretty tall for a drop tower ride that would be at a park about the size of this one. Yeah, so I'm gonna go do Ravine Flyer probably a couple times, and then I'm gonna call it a day here. So far so good. Definitely check in later. I just got off Ravine Flyer 2. They got some stats right here: 3,061 feet of track, 3 giant drops, 60-degree first drop, extreme track banking, speed over 60 miles an hour, 10 spots of airtime, beautiful views of Lake Erie, crossover, Peninsula Drive, tunnels. Yeah, it's a really great ride. I mean, for all of these reasons. I mean, it's definitely really fast the entire time. Here you can see kind of the layout of it. It's got this really cool bridge where it basically goes over the highway, and it's kind of covered, so it's kind of like a tunnel. And then there are several tunnels after that, and really the entire thing is really great. I like the back a lot better. I rode it once in the front, twice in the back. I did go ahead and ride it 3 times since it was about 10 minutes each time, 10-minute wait each time. But yeah, definitely really good. Pretty good airtime. Definitely the airtime's better in the back. The first drop is much better in the back. The front's smoother. The back's just a little bit rough, but really, like, to me, it's the fun kind of rough. Like, it's just rough enough to where it's really good. Just kind of like Boulder Dash a little bit. But yeah, it'll definitely be in my top 10 wooden coasters. Maybe not my top 5, but maybe number 5. Not really sure, but definitely in the top 10. But yeah, that basically wraps up my day here at Waldameer. I might buy a shirt, some magnets, some stuff. But yeah, it's a nice little park. They got a lot of good stuff. Got a lot of flat rides. The park is pretty full of stuff. It's got a lot of trees. Got a good looking water park. So yeah, it's a nice park. Definitely one of my favorite little small parks I've been to. Hope you've enjoyed my tour of Waldameer, and catch you next time.